Hello, welcome. In this short video, let us look at the Parseval's theorem for endpoint sequences and their corresponding DFTs. If the sequence, that is if endpoint sequence x of n has a DFT given by x of k and another signal or another sequence y of n has a DFT equal to y of k, then the Parseval's theorem states that the following summation, that is summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n y of n conjugate is equal to the summation 1 by n summation over k equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of k and multiplied by y of k conjugate. So that is the Parseval theorem or Parseval's theorem for endpoint sequences and their corresponding DFTs. So let us look at the proof for this theorem. So recall from a previous video the definition of circular correlation. Definition of circular correlation. It is given by Rxy tilde of L is equal to the summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n and then y of n minus L mod n conjugate. So that is the definition of circular correlation. Now we just substitute L equal to 0. L equal to 0 in Rxy of L. So upon substitution of L equal to 0 in the definition of circular correlation, we get the following equation, that is Rxy of 0 tilde, that is we get the value of the value of the circular correlation at L equal to 0, that is 0 lag, as summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n and then L is equal to 0 means y of n conjugate. This is because n minus L mod n at L equal to 0, that is at L equal to 0 is simply n mod n. It is simply n because n is from 0 to n minus 1. So that is the value of the circular correlation at L equal to 0. Let us call this equation 1. Next, recall that the circular correlation Rxy tilde of L is also equal to the inverse Fourier transform, that is inverse DFT of the following, that is k is equal to 0 to n minus 1 capital Rxy of k tilde e power j 2 pi lk by capital N. That is, this function Rxy of k tilde is defined as the product of x of k and y of k conjugate. So this is inverse Fourier transform, that is inverse DFT of the product x of k and y of k conjugate and that is e power j 2 pi kl divided by n. Now simply again put L equal to 0, that is L is equal to 0. We get Rxy tilde of 0 is equal to 1 by n summation k is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of k y of k conjugate. This is equation 2. So by comparing the equations 1 and 2, we can clearly see that the right hand sides of both the equations should be equal because the left hand sides are equal. Therefore, from equations 1 and 2, we can clearly see that the theorem is proved. So to summarize, in this short video, we have looked at the Parseval's theorem for endpoint sequences and their corresponding DFTs, that is given to signals x of n and y of n with their corresponding DFTs x of k and y of k. In the Parseval theorem states that the summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1 of the product x of n into y of n conjugate is equal to 1 by n summation k equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of k and then y of k conjugate. So basically the product of the two signals, that is first signal and the conjugate of the second signal, and the sum of these products should be equal in both time domain and frequency domain. Only the difference is in frequency domain we have a scaling of 1 by n, or we divide with the factor n. And this theorem is proved as follows, that is we start with the definition of circular correlation, which is basically the summation n equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n and then y of n minus L mod n conjugate. There is this the circular correlation, and then we simply put L equal to 0 in the definition, and then we have the value at L equal to 0, which is basically the sum of the product of x of n and y of n conjugate. And then we have a similar proof in the frequency domain using the IDFT of the product x of k and y of k conjugate. So by equating these equations 1 and 2, especially on the right hand side, so we have the Parseval's theorem. Hence the theorem is proved. Thanks for watching.